Hey guys, Adam and Cheyenne from Adventure Overland, and today we are going to be tackling one of British Columbia's hardest trails, the Whipsaw, with our 2002 Yukon Denali with 500,000 kilometers. It should be a fun time. The Whipsaw, one of British Columbia's most iconic trails. Roughly 103 kilometers long and reaching an elevation of almost 2,000 meters above sea level. With its alpine views, crystal clear lakes, and many obstacles to conquer, the Whipsaw is an off-roader's paradise. My name is Adam, and you're watching Adventure Overland. Alright guys, we are all aired down, and we've hit the trail. In total, including us, we have 6 rigs, 3 Toyotas, a Ranger, and then 2 Yukons. Definitely going to be the underdogs on this trip. And my goal today is, this trip is to, 1, make it through the Whipsaw with very little damage. 2, just make it out in general. And then kind of my most important one is to try to make it without anyone's help. Now, I'm not going to be ashamed to ask for help if we need it, but I hope we can just do in everything. Now, there's going to be a lot of obstacles we can't do because we don't want to break something, and we know our vehicle's limits, and we're not going to push it. All right, first stop. There's a lot of stops where people just, it's what they do when they come on the trail. And this is an old homestead. I'm assuming that was the house way up there. And this is an old barn. Yeah, that's where they would keep livestock. Smells like barn in here. Maybe they had a couple cows, and this was probably the house. It looks like it's been pretty well vandalized. Jeez, I lost my footing. Ugh. Old stove. Man, it stinks in here. Old freezer. So yeah, as I was saying, as we were driving here, we got 3 Toyotas. 1, 2, 3. We got a Ford Ranger here. He's all kitted out. You guys will remember these guys, Walt and Joanne, Find Life Moments. They invited us on this trip. And then our 2 Yukons over here.
Keep going.
All right, next location of interest. Dick's Cabin. This is where everyone comes and puts their decal or whatever on the house here. So far, so good. But yeah, fortunately, don't have an Adventure Overland, but we do have an Adventures R Us.
What, that one right there?
The AI version. marketing school said it's too confusing.
What else do we
They have
see?
two different ones.
Yes. So this is Dick's cabin. Not gonna go in just because there's no need. But we got a stove here, a bed, a little bench. Definitely a tiny little cabin here. Pretty cool.
Jeep suck. Okay. Girls rule. That's better.
Tiny cabin, that's for sure.
Up to off-road.
Beautiful views. It's cool today. It's about 11 degrees. Currently traveling west. Yeah, finding nice moments. Walt and Joanne in front of us. Tynan is 2 vehicles back. They placed us in this order now because this is where the trail starts to get a little harder. And we now have a vehicle at the front with a winch, and then one in front of Tynan with a winch. So just to get us out of any sticky situations, but we're not going to need a winch.
We might need two.
We might, yeah. Shine said we might need 2. That's right. This is our second obstacle. This is, I guess you could call it the hill climb. Camera is definitely not going to do it justice, but it is it's steep. But I'm gonna see if the old girl can shine here and make her up.
Told ya. So far the Holden Alley's, holding her own. Obviously this is the easiest parts of the trail, but so far so good. Everyone's having fun. No damage as of yet, but it's only 2 o'clock, so still got a long day ahead of us. was not expected to not think I would make it up that. See how the other guys do. So the crew is using Gaia, and it kind of sent them the wrong way.
There's an open attic.
Is there? But it was almost a perfect wrong turn because there's an adit. You can see the tracks. There is an Orbin. Is it wet? Oh geez. Definitely crumbly. It's wet too. Not a very big adit by the looks of it. That's I think it, unless it turns hard right. That's looking back out. Timbering above. Hairline. A lot of cribbing on the side. It might be another level. Yeah. Quick little adit here. Nothing too crazy. That's the vein they were following. Pretty cool. This is part of the ore chute. They would have brought the material out on a cart and dumped it here. And they either had like an additional chute that went over to the ore bin there, or that was just where they maybe kept some material, because there are tracks here, so I'm assuming it went across. It's pretty big, that's for sure. Well, it's 10 after 4. Trail is definitely getting more difficult. We suffered a little bit of damage to the Denali, just a piece of trim, so not too bad. It's still holding on. I'll have to put some extra screws in her when we get home. But definitely getting, like, this is by far the toughest stuff we've ever done. And today's the easy day. So it's gonna be interesting. Well, it's 20 to 5 and we made it to camp. Not a bad little spot. Little tiny lake up here, just so Maverick has a little bit more drier. Not that it's really working. Basically set up. A little uneven, but actually not too bad. It's getting cold. A few days ago there was actually snow up here, which is crazy. But I'll check the temp in the truck. I think it says it's about 10 degrees right now. So it's going to be definitely close to 0 tonight. So good thing we came prepared and brought extra sleeping bags and whatnot.
And snow pants.
And snow pants. And Cheyenne's wearing her winter coat. Kids, on the other hand, are idiots and brought one blanket for the both of them. So we just gave up one of ours, but that's what good parents do. Yeah, everyone's just kind of getting set up. We'll go for a little walk and I'll show you guys all the other rigs. Did Dad gotta throw that? Dad gotta throw that? Your mucky is all could be. Oh. But he's having fun. All right. So again, this is Walt and Joanne from Find Life's Moments. They have a hard top. So how do you guys like this tent?
This thing is amazing. This thing has been a game changer for me sleeping outside. You probably saw in one of my videos, I said, you know, people always say they get the best sleep. I never did. I never did. I was always listening for stuff.
Yeah.
Or something's, or the cold's coming
Yeah,
through the thing.
yeah.
So once we got off the ground, you're probably going to hear some snoring. And I apologize in advance.
It's all right. I'm a snorer too.
It's starting the fire with oil.
Well, we aren't going to be doing anything special for cooking. Maybe you could call tomorrow's meal special. But tonight, keeping her simple. Pulled pork by Maple Leaf. So it's already pre-cooked. And just super tasty after a long day like this. So shouldn't take too long. So today, not a bad day. We did hit there multiple times and did clip this piece of trim here. It looks like this, so I just threw it in there. That's a pretty easy fix. Maybe some two-sided tape on the back, a couple screws. It's not a big deal, that's for sure. I'm glad that's it, because that was definitely probably the hardest trail so far that we've ever been on. And this is just day one. So tomorrow I know is going to be, it's going to be something, it's going to be difficult. One of the last obstacles is, I think it's called Falcon Hill. And it's pretty steep, and it's a lot like that one. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on film. Cheyenne was just more worried about guiding me the correct path. Hopefully I can get some of that off of Walter and Joanne, because that was by far the hardest obstacle we've ever done in the Denali. And after getting some help and from everybody, you know, putting a few rocks in the right place, we got up. So super proud of this old girl. She's definitely the underdog of this weekend's trip, and so far she's done really, really well. So I think we gained a little bit of respect from and everybody. Not that they didn't have it before, because they're just really nice people, but I think they were all surprised. So, you know, we went basically everywhere everyone else did. So I feel good about that. It is definitely cold, so things are going to take a little longer to cook today. But I won't show much of that, guys, because today has been a busy day. So I've done a lot of off-roading. Finding that mine is something that we wanted to do, but you know, we're here as guests, so we didn't want to be pushy and be like, hey, can we check out this road? And it wasn't actually where we thought it was at all. So it was all, you know, by accident how we found it. And it was just really neat to see and to share, you know, that passion with other people. Well, it's about 8 o'clock. We've just been all sitting around 3 propane fire pits. That's how kind of wet and cold it is. You can kind of see maybe in the trees there, maybe I'll turn this way. The clouds have moved in, making it extremely damp. So I put the tarp over just to help with the moisture. And I was hearing the other guys talk about how they have some pretty aggressive gashes in their tires. So I came back to take a look at ours. It's pretty, I know it's not going to look like much. That is bent right over. Still holding there, which is good. But so yeah, good thing I got a spare, because that's a little bit worrisome a little bit, but it should be okay. So far, day one, damaged rim and a damaged an accent piece, trim, I guess you could say. Well guys, it's 10 after 11. Sorry for the crappy light here. I forgot the remote for our light here. I had to buy a new one because the wiring broke and it was just easier to buy a newer one. But this one comes with multi-light, so it looks like we're having a disco party here in our tent. So yeah, we just hung around the fire with everybody all night. It was great, you know, good conversation, lots of laughs, and overall it was a good day. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow isn't too much more than what it was today, because obviously the truck suffered a little bit of damage, and so far a little bit more than I wanted to. So, but that's part of the whipsaw. But we're gonna go to bed. It's cold, very cold. We had 3 fires, propane fires going around where we're sitting. I'm guessing it's probably about freezing, and it's crazy that it's in August and it's this cold up here. But supposedly there was snow a few days ago up here, so yeah, it's cold. Anyways, guys, thanks for and watching today's video, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we'll be having day 2 of the Whipsaw Trail coming out. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll know when that video comes out, because I'm guessing it's going to be pretty epic. But and take care, guys, and we'll see you in the morning.